All right, to break it down further, let's go to our legal panel. Jesse Weber, NewsNation legal contributor and Law and Crime Network host, and Misty Marris, trial attorney and legal analyst. All right, guys, this Joran van der Sloot has lied for years and years and years. Do we believe him this time?
Well, of course, there's always going to be skepticism here because he has told so many different stories.
Right. First, my dad, first of all, he's always said I didn't kill her. Then he said she died because she, I don't know, choked or something. And then, you know, I got rid of her body with my father. Then I got rid of her body with my buddy. I mean, the story has changed nonstop. So
many times. And keep in mind, this trial was for extortion. This is what the plea agreement relates to. That's a crime directly relating to credibility. So his credibility is shot. That's likely why, as part of this plea deal, he had to take a polygraph test. He had to put his statement on the record, take the polygraph test to give the family some semblance of maybe this is the truth.
And look, polygraphs are not 100% foolproof. I do have questions. If you take that story as true, smashing her head with a cinder block, putting her in the water, how her body was not found in the water still is a little confusing to me. Look, like you said, the fact that his sentence was run concurrently, that shows you how important it was to make a deal.
Meaning it runs at the same time.
It runs at the same time, because he could have very well got it consecutively 20 years after the 20-year prison sentence, which means he probably would never get out of prison. Now, he might get out in 2043 when he's 56 years old. But the fact that that deal was put on the table shows how important it was for that confession, some sense of closure for this family. It's a terrible scenario. Unfortunately, given the facts of this case and where we are right now, this is probably the best the family has.
We should point out he's currently serving time in Peru after being convicted of murdering another young woman a couple years after Natalee disappeared, who also resisted his sexual advances.
Something that was pointed out by the judge in the course of this sentencing. During this, she pointed out Natalee Holloway. She said, you killed another woman for the same reason, refusing sexual advances, and divvied out that 20-year sentence. And to Jesse's point, the self-interest in telling the story at this point for the purpose of getting that deal with a concurrent sentence, it's palpable. However, obviously the family, and we heard from Natalee Holloway's mother, they're looking for some sense of closure after all these years.
And one thing to add, he can't be charged in Aruba for murder. The statute of limitations ran. It was 12 years.
There's a statute of limitations for murder in Aruba?
Not in the United States,
not in the United States,
in Aruba.
But he can't be charged in the United States. And as we were talking about before, what he said, what he confessed to, can't be used by federal prosecutors against him.
So well, at least he'll serve his time in Peruvian prison. I think he might have hoped to serve his time in a U.S. prison.
His lawyers had asked for that at the beginning, and Peru said absolutely not, no way. There was a limited circumstance for him to come face his charges in the United States. And they said, come heck or high water, you're coming back to Peru to finish out your sentence.
And what did Natalee Holloway's mother say? You're not looking so good. I'm not sure you're going to make it.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Powerful.
Powerful. Oh, I'm so horrible. Your heart breaks for that family, that poor mother. All right, Misty, Jesse, thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.